random stuff. Here's your spare controller. That's way more suitable for hiking. It's time to go get food and go camping. You know the drill. Give me the keys. Somebody's got to film.
It's like I rarely ever even get to drive my own vehicle, and I am 100% okay with that.
You know, the next vehicle we get really needs to have some regular doors to open the cab.
We found some perfectly good firewood by the trash can here. So we're gonna go ahead and take this and put it to good use tonight. Ooh, I am so hungry. I could eat at Jim's.
I think we'll go ahead and do that then, huh?
Literally just sort of decided where we're going, and we've been driving for how long now? About 35 minutes? Now we know where we're going.
We've decided we're going to Buescher State Park. We've been there a couple of times before, but we haven't really been able to give you a good episode on it yet, so looking forward to doing that.
Quick refuel and we're back on the road. What you're seeing is evidence of the massive catastrophic fires that happened here over the past few years here in Bastrop, Texas. It's quite devastating. A lot of people lost their homes, businesses were wiped out, dams were breached, and because of that, they lost one of their lakes. It's pretty terrible.
Texas A&M and Texas Parks and Wildlife teamed up together to replenish this forest in Bastrop. Thank you very much for that.
But we're driving around looking for a proper campsite for ourselves, and I think we're going to try to hit up Oak Haven Campground. I don't know. It's one section of this park we've never camped in before, so it should be interesting. So far, there's not a whole lot of people here. We're going to be pretty close to having it to ourselves again.
We always think that, and by thinking that, we jinx ourselves.
Especially because we say it.
Looks like we found our spot.
This is a pretty cool little campsite. It's got a big flat tent ring here.
Also seems as though we've got a little extra feature on our grill. But my favorite part is all the Spanish hanging moss.
Got a couple hydro flasks right there. One for coffee, one for water. And there's our other hydro flasks. We usually take those on the trail with us. And if we don't fill them with water, then we typically fill them with beer. Because we're grown-ups, and we like to do it that way sometimes. I thought I'd take a quick second just to show you our picnic table, which is practically loaded up with every piece of gear that we actually use. Now, some of it's in bags, and I'm not pulling that out, but I just want to give you a glimpse of how small of a footprint our unit can be based on the minimalist approach that we take to camping. Got my camera bag and the drone, which I won't be flying in this park because it's a state park. Water bottles, kitchen bag, warm jacket, hiking backpack, Melody's sleeping bag, leftover food from Jim's, Melody's hiking backpack, one of my Olakais, Melody's camera bag, cheap cooler, my backpacking pack that has my bedding in it, and the rest of our bedding stuff. The tent's over there in a pile, probably getting ants all over it, but that's okay.
My hand's getting sore. Well, I'd say I didn't do too bad. Tinder and kindling, all in one. The bundle package.
We left the green leaves in there because it's pretty. Well done.
Thank you. I think my favorite guilty pleasure while camping is tending to the campfire. It's just so mesmerizing, and it feels good to be in control of something so powerful.
Hey, cool.
Glad you didn't get lost. Did you find anything? Whoa. Ah! Sweet!
Yes, it is. You're awfully glowy in that white jacket.
Look at this. As you can see, there's bunk beds, microwave. You got AC, a mini fridge, and 2 tables. Who could ask for more?
We usually ask for less. All in all, it's been a pretty good day. We got a late start. We didn't even leave the house till like 2:30, but we got here. Buescher State Park. We will see you guys tomorrow. Well, we've got our coffee now. Interestingly enough, we actually mixed hot chocolate in with it. I like to call it hot chocolate. It's not even cold outside. It just tastes good this way. Saved us on creamer too. I set up the game camera last night down here in the woods. Let's go check it out and see how many pictures it took. Looks like it took 56 pictures.
Sounds promising. There might actually be some animals on there. I'm gonna go down there and check that out.
That was a nice little area. We didn't even know we were that close to the water. We thought we had to walk over to the cabins just to get a view. Turns out, that's a little bit better.
Wrong campsite. But we're right next door.
We hiked less than 100 yards and we got lost. Just goes to show how easy it can be.
Check this out.
Wow, that's actually really, really cool looking. Well, as cool looking as this little rock is, you don't take anything from the state parks. If you see something on the ground and it's beautiful and you think, oh, that would really look cool on my dresser, just leave it there because somebody else is going to come along and see it and enjoy it as well. And it's pretty much a rule, kind of a law. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to set it in a nice little place where the next people that camp here, at least one of them is going to see it and say, ooh, look at that, that's cool. Yeah, it looks good. I like the grill marks that that little thing makes.
They're ready.
This looks more suitable than the table. What kind of socks you wearing today?
Smart wool socks and McKean hiking shoes.
I went the Fitz Socks Solomon Shoes route today. You got a whole lot of backpack on today. Camera bag, spoon, Osprey. Looking sharp. Every now and then you hear us talking about the kind of fire starters that we use. We like the fat wood, and we typically get store-bought, but there is a way to find it in nature. Let me show you how. If you're in the pine forest, look on the ground. Chances are you're going to come across some downed trees, and if you do, the inside of these pine trees is that fat wood. Now, we're in a state park, so we're not going to take any of this stuff. You're not allowed to. But if you're in a national forest, that's a different story. Just take it off of the dead trees. Don't take it off of the ones that are still growing and thriving. With the exception of the cars off on Highway 71 out there that you can hear, these woods are very peaceful, and there's a ton of birds. We're not seeing much of them, but we're hearing them all over the place. I guess if we stop and slow down a little bit, might catch one on camera.
Wanted to see if it still smelled good, and I found a bunch of ants instead.
Oh, well, that looks fun to cross, but we're gonna go check this little spot over here out first because it looks kind of cool. It's a pretty nice little creek area. Not a whole lot of water in it, but there's water nonetheless. If you had an emergency, you could definitely filter this stuff.
UPS man.
It's really strange walking through this trail and seeing all these little open patches where everything just got demolished by fire. But the underbrush is growing. You can see new trees forming, and I'm sure they come out here and plant trees regularly to try to replace what was lost. What do you think? Think we should go explore that little red one?
Yeah, it might be an overlook.
Red versus blue? I think we're gonna go red on this.
Well, as it turns out, we have done this before.
We are so backed up and confused. We do so many trails and so many camping trips, we get it all mixed up. And sometimes we were gone from somewhere just long enough to forget what it looks like, and it makes us think it's new. But still glad we're out here. This is awesome, and we've reached the overlook.
To be fair, this looks completely different since the fire, so it's like we're doing it for the first time. That's a pretty regular occurrence on a road like this.
I want the kind of motorcycle that can jump over this road. The odds of us actually doing the scenic drive tonight have sort of slimmed down a little bit. Being as how we like to make a loop out of all of our hikes, if possible, we've decided to walk the road back to the campground. And after we walk this portion of the road, I don't think we're gonna feel like driving it. Well, thanks to the petroleum pipeline here, it opens up to a nice little view. As we walk down this relatively busy scenic road, we thought we would take this time to send out a thank you to one Andy Rodriguez. We put out a little blurb on Facebook asking people to give us suggestions on where we might go camping on this trip, asking for places that we haven't been to before. We had been here, but in all fairness, all of the suggestions on that list that the people gave us were places we had been to before. But it had been a while, and like we said earlier, we thought we hadn't done the trails here, so we came to do the trails here for the first time. Done them twice now.
We actually never made that episode, so here you go. That thing is massive. I had no idea they got so tall.
That guy right there just attacked us. Flew right at Melody. Sounded like a helicopter. He's about 1.5 inches long.
That in front of us is the Lakeview camping area. The first time we came here, this is where we stayed. We were all by ourselves out here too.
Protecting a legacy, Roosevelt's tree army. And the vision continues, much like our hike.
Yes, definitely.
And those are the CCC boys. They built that beautiful building brick by brick with their hands. Well, now I guess I know why they call it Lakeview. That's the small part of the lake. We'll show you the bigger part of the lake here. That's the Lakeview area. Whew, my back's all sweaty. I gotta change shirts.
So we were sitting here checking out the map to see if there was anything we missed. And sure enough, we missed the dam. Damn.
It's real close to our campground. You just go out of here, take a left, and no park, and then there's a little dam over there apparently.
And also, we got to check out Big Tree Retreat.
You wanna know my honest opinion? I think carrots are more like fruit than vegetables.
They're really tasty.
They just have a sweetness to them, and I can crunch on them, and crunch on them, and crunch on them, and not get full.
That's my problem.
My truck is a hat rack on wheels.
They have canoe rentals.
Well, cool. Looks like some kayaks and some canoes. Dustin and William from Texas Fishing Action. Come out to Bisher, see what the fishing's like in this little lake.
We've got one more neat thing to check out too.
The grocery store? If you guys are hoping for drone footage in this video, right over there is an airport, way too close to us. So the answer will be no, unfortunately. So you want to know what we picked for dinner tonight?
Chili dog
with cheese.
So this is a cedar elm.
All right, we are set. We had another wiener accident. It's all right. It's just a little ash. Here you go. I don't know why that felt so awkward. Whoa, hold on. Aren't we short on napkins?
Yep.
Oh. And we chose chili dogs. And we forgot to buy napkins.
State Parkers.
Well, we decided to go for a short walk around the block to walk off the chili dogs that we had. They were delicious, but they were a damn mess. We're gonna try something. We're gonna set this goal zero lantern right there. And then I'm gonna go up. And I'm gonna sit up here with my headlamp at the top. What that's gonna do is it's gonna allow Melody, oh, I lost my shoe. And that's as much as I'm gonna show you. No, I'm just kidding. Here's the real picture. And we're back at camp, and I think we're here to stay this time. We're gonna set up a fire, warm our feet. It's been a great day.
Thank you for joining us. And don't forget to come on out to Buescher State Park. Until next time.
I'm Clint.
And I'm Melody. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, find us on Facebook as State Parkers, and follow us on Instagram.
And get this woman some Kleenex. But before you do that, get out and go camping.
Chili cheese and hot dog time. Chili cheese and hot dog time. Chili cheese and hot dog time. Woo!